is up? Cheers, Buccaneers. Welcome back to the trailer. Welcome back. I have some things to address. I have some things to chat about, and some of them might be a little crazy, but let's get right into it. I'm feeling fiery today. But also, I want to say how much I love and appreciate y'all. And dude, the comments on the last video where it was like, babe, wake up, new Megan Page video just dropped. I will propose to you. Like, oh my god, I love you. Oh my god, I love you. Let's be best friends. I love you. Also, the comment where it was like, please post more often. You don't understand that you've made every day of mine since reading that comment, and I love you so much, and I'd probably die for you. I'm not even kidding, and I say this a lot, but I don't care. I love reading y'all's comments. I love it so much. I'm so thankful for y'all. It feels like I have friends, and I just want to just hug everyone, and I'd give you all $1 million, you know? I really appreciate y'all, So recently, I got my YouTube monetized, my Instagram monetized, and now I'm in the TikTok creator program. Follow me on TikTok. I'll put my @ right here. I'm really nervous about posting on TikTok. Like, people on TikTok are kind of scary. Like, whenever I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see the comments, it's just like, I hate you, yourself. Like, I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, please, no, I can't. But you know what? I've gotten some pretty hateful comments. I think I can handle it, especially because the worst things anyone has ever said to me were my own parents, so I feel like I can handle hate comments. But don't quote me on that because I'm also sensitive, so maybe I can't. But either way, I need to confront this fear. I really, really do. And what's the best way to confront a fear? By posting really embarrassing videos of you on TikTok and not caring what people think. Okay, maybe they don't have to be really embarrassing, but I really want to start posting 1-minute story times on TikTok because I have so many crazy story times. But I love telling stories in like vast detail. Like, I love it. I love like acting out all the parts, and I just feel like sometimes it's hard to fit all that in 1 minute. I guess I could make like multiple part series. But I don't know, I'm nervous, to be honest. I'm nervous to post on TikTok, but I really need to start doing it. I'm gonna be super real with you guys, and I don't even know, I've had people say you probably shouldn't talk about this on YouTube so that, you know, they don't mess with your channel, but I don't even know if I should talk about it. Okay, you know what? It's fine. Okay, for the last, 8 years, I am 23 years old, and I've been doing it pretty much every day since I was 15. It was always my emotional crutch when I was growing up. So I'd be living in my mom's house, and I'd, want to die and, not go to school. I was just like, well, why would I care about going to school? Why would I have any motivation for life or to do anything when I'm literally living in hell? Like, I hated living in my mom's house. I hated her boyfriends. I hated her. I hated how I was getting treated like absolute garbage. Like, absolute garbage. I was like, you know what? And that's when I started picking up. And it was just always my escape. Like, I had this little 7-Up bottle. That's why I would do it in my closet. Which is funny that I was even trying to hide it because my mom never really cared about what I did. For example, 15-year-old Megan, I would have older guys come over, 17-year-old guys come over, and my mom would be like, yeah, we can all drink together, and she let me throw parties, and everyone was like, oh, you have the cool mom, oh my god, you're so lucky you get to have people over, and I'm like, y'all, not many people could see, there were a select few people who could see her for who she is, but most people I went to school with, they were like, oh my god, your mom is so cool, you're so lucky to have a cool mom. Bro, she's not cool, she just doesn't care about me. I'm like, y'all, it's not that she's cool, it's that she doesn't give a shit about me. She, not one little ounce. And, okay, maybe she does care about me in her own way, but her addict ways, her narcissism, she's selfish. She's always put herself first. And Yeah, she's embarrassed me so many times too, because like obviously she should always be like belligerently drunk when I like throw parties or like have people over or whatever. And thank God I didn't get like pregnant when I was 15. I was actually not sexually active till I was 17 and a half. Thank God. Which I almost feel like I was given so much freedom that I was just like, I'm not gonna go crazy. But I did go crazy every night. Every night I was out on school nights, I was out partying, I was out drinking, driving around. Like, I literally lived my 20s when I was like 15 to 18. I was going out a lot, way too much for a 15-year-old. Like, oh my God, stop. Don't do that. Anyways, back to the stuff. I've been trying to less because not only do I feel like I have more motivation when I don't, but it's really hard to film when I'm like, I can't do it. I'll get way too in my head. I also can't edit my videos back when I will overanalyze everything I'm saying. I will start staring at my face and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, like I'm an alien. I'm literally an alien." Um we Okay. Um but yeah. And so lately I've been really trying to like not do it as much, and honestly, I'm struggling. It's a huge struggle for me. I want to be very transparent about that, even though I'm probably like not supposed to talk about that on YouTube. But this is like informative, right? This is like informative, and like, don't do it. I'm not telling anyone to do it. This is something I've struggled with for like 8 years. And I've been trying to just do it more at night after I finish like filming, editing, going to work. Um, but it's hard. It's really hard when you have something that is an emotional crutch and has been an emotional crutch for so long. Like, y'all, I didn't even tell y'all this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my last roommate broke my bong. Broke my beautiful glass piece. Beautiful. Beautiful. It was $380. I got this bong in 2020 before I moved back to Sacramento. So what happened was in 2019, I moved to Sacramento for my first time. I was going to college at Sierra College in Rocklin, California, and that's where I met my first stalker. Shout out Cameron, who tried to drive me off a bridge. So that's the first time I got out of my hometown. And then 3 months in, my aunt and I, we had a bunch of miscommunications. I'm not gonna go into it, but we got in a fight. I had to go back to Eureka, and I got stuck there again. And then I started sleeping at my best friend's mom's apartment because her and her boyfriend had this one room in their apartment where it was filled with boxes, but there was like a little space to where like I could sleep on a twin mattress, and I had a couple bags and stuff. Because obviously I didn't want to stay at either my parents' house for obvious reasons. And I slept there, and I had like a curfew of like I think like 9 p.m. So every day I'd go to work for like 8 hours. I was working overtime to save up money so I could move back to Sacramento. I saved up, okay, get this, I saved up $3,000, okay? And then on the last day at my job, I worked at this smoke shop, and I won't say the name, but you. I worked at the smoke shop. The owner was this really, really cool, like 30-something-year-old woman, and her older brothers worked there. Her older brothers were like in their mid 40s, late 40s. One of them was so cool. He was a deadhead. He was a stoner. He was so chill. The other one, pedophile. Pedophile vibes, creep vibes, not good, no bueno. And he would like sit in the corner and like watch me my whole shift, and he'd tell me really inappropriate, really horrible things like, "Oh, you should put your finger in this bowl, like it feels super deep." Sorry. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And in my head, I'm like, is this all in my head? And then I started talking to the other girls who worked there. I was the youngest girl who worked there. And the other girls had the same issue with this man, made them feel really uncomfortable, but it seemed like I was always getting the worst of it. Like he'd also like tell me stuff about strippers and like hookers and just like really explicit, just gross stuff that this 40-something-year-old man should not be talking to me about. And I can tell it was just horrible. He'd sit in the corner and like watch me, and then like when oh my God, I don't even want to get into it because it's triggering. A week or 2 weeks before I was supposed to move to Sacramento, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice, and I'm also gonna tell the owner that this man is horrible and is a creep and is terrorizing all the women who work there, and it's disgusting. So I told the owner, and as I was putting in my 2 weeks, and literally she like fired me. She's like, don't come back to work. And also, thank gosh, because that day I ended up buying that $360 bong, because every single day I would walk into my job and I'd see this beautiful glass vase, and it was gorgeous, the most beautiful vase I've ever seen, locally glass blown, beautiful. I had to have it. I would look at it every day and I'd be like, that is going to be mine one day. And I would just like manifest it. I'd be like, that's gonna be mine one day. That's gonna be mine one day. That day before I put in my 2 weeks, I bought it. And then I got fired for coming forward about being sexually harassed. So, dude, I literally could have sued probably and like got money, but I was scared because she was kind of like rich too. And like, I don't know, I'm scared of rich people. I don't know how that works. Like, I'm good. Like, all right, I guess I'll just leave. So get this, I have $3,000 saved. I go back to Sacramento after getting stuck back in Humboldt, which Humboldt is like a virus. Humboldt is like this mossy little green monster that once you get away, it tries to trap you back over and over and over. I got stuck back in Humboldt like 2 more times after this. Or maybe it was just 1 more time. I think it was just 1 more time. So I had my $3,000, and my plan was to move into my half-brother's house. Now, I have 3 older brothers, 2 of whom I am close with. One I'm actually close with. Yeah, one I'm actually close with. The other one I'm like kind of close with. And then my half-brother from my dad, they're all half-brothers. But my half-brother from my father, fuck you. That's all I gotta say, fuck you. No, but so he was 42 years old, and I'd only met him twice in my life, and my dad was like, oh yeah, like, it'll be a great idea for you to move in with him. He lives in downtown Sacramento, right next to Oak Park. If y'all don't know what Oak Park is, oh my god, it's so scary there. Okay, it's not scary, but like, you're gonna hear gunshots every night, and like, did I hear gunshots every night? Yes. So, I moved into my half-brother's house, and after saving up all this money, surprise, surprise! I figure out my half-brother is a narcissist too! Like father, like son! Ah! As time goes on, as like I'm there for like a couple weeks, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, I have a brother, and like, we're gonna be close, and he's gonna take care of me and protect me. Oh my god, this is so amazing! Yes! Psych! This man would eat my groceries. This man would drink every night, do drugs. This man would go to San Francisco because he called himself a graffiti artist, even though he doesn't do anything. He literally just lives off his mother. He literally lives off his mother. Biggest narcissist I've ever met in my freaking life. He would take my groceries and then gaslight me into thinking that he didn't. He would steal money from my room, He was honestly horrible. Just awful. So about 2 months into me living with him, that $3,000 went to zero so quick because I was literally buying groceries for us both. I also just got really depressed there because like he would always leave to San Francisco to go graffiti. I don't know. I still don't understand. But he had this really cute cardigan corgi. It's like a big corgi. He'd always just like leave him, and like I just have to like watch his dog. Dude, it like hurt too. It hurt when I'm like, because obviously I wanted us to have a relationship. I wanted to feel like I had a brother who protected me, and it just did not work out. It just did not work out how I wanted it to. It was just horrible. And so his mom, she would like take me out to nails. She would take me to go see her horses. Like, she was kind of becoming like a mom figure to me in a way. But she also had issues. I just got so sick of my half-brother doing all this stuff to me. I didn't feel safe there anymore. So I told his mom what was going on. And never, ever tell a man's mom that, like, he is doing you wrong and doing this stuff. Oh my god, y'all, it was like a mama bear clawing at me, to protect her cub. Like, this woman started going ballistic on me, okay? I'll set the scene for you. So I'm at her house, and I finally tell her what her son has been doing with stealing my groceries, stealing money from my room, drinking every night. The place was a mess. He was gaslighting me, being a asshole. Imagine your little sister moves in your house, and you're just, like, taking all this stuff from her. Like, bro, I've already been through so much. I'm finally like, screw it, I'm gonna tell her, and she'll understand, because that's my girl. Like, she's like my mom figure now. Like, she'll understand. Oh my god, no, she did not understand. So I tell her, she goes, no, my son would not do that. You are the problem. You are the liar. And then I started crying, okay, because she's like screaming at me. And then like a light switch, like that, she switches and goes, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Like, I don't mean to yell at you. Like, I love you. I always wanted to adopt you when you were younger and save you from your parents. Like, I always wanted to be there for you. And then I'd stop crying and I'd be like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Catch some deep breaths. You know, I'm fine. I don't need to freak out anymore. Then, like another switch, it's your fault. You're the problem. My son would never do that. You're saying he stole like food from me. Like, how could he even do that? Like, what are you even talking about? And then, oh, honey, like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. And this was going back and forth about 6 or 7 times, okay? Do you know how confusing that was for me? Like, imagine someone doing that, just switching back and forth from screaming at you and then trying to hug you and saying, I always wanted to save you when you were younger. Like, f*** you. What is wrong with you? Oh my god. My flight response kicked in hard. Very, very hard. And I'm staring at my car keys and my purse from across the room, and I just book it. I grab my purse, I grab my keys, I ran out of that house so freaking fast, get in my car, drive away. Alright, I had zero money. Zero money at this point. I didn't know what to do. I'd stopped talking to both my parents. I'd blocked them both because I felt like they didn't deserve to have my presence in their life, and I ended up not talking to them for like a year and a half. I hadn't been talking to my parents for a while, and I had nowhere to go because I was not about to go back to my brother's house. I was not going back to her house. I was not about to go back to Humboldt. What do? So I went to a Target parking lot, and I stayed in that parking lot for 3 days, just absolutely traumatized, not knowing what to do. And then I filmed this TikTok. I will put it up right here. And it ended up getting a bunch of views, and then I got scared and just stopped posting on TikTok for a while. Dude, I was in that parking lot. I didn't eat for like 3 days. I was hallucinating. And I wasn't like manic. I wasn't like crazy. It was like I was traumatized. I was traumatized from all of the stuff that I had been through my childhood, and then saving up money to finally move back to Sacramento after I moved in with my aunt, got kicked out in a fight, totally misunderstanding. And it just seems like, God, can I catch a break? Oh my god, like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? And that feeling inside of you when you don't have somewhere to go, when you don't have a home, when you don't have a safe place to go to, that is the worst feeling ever. And I've felt that feeling so much throughout my life, and every time it scares the shit out of me, because it's like, where do I go? Well, I have my car. I'm gonna stay in my car because that's the only safe place I've ever known, to be honest with you. So I stay in my car for 3 days. My cousin reaches out to me, and he's like, yo, your other brother, the ones that I'm close with, reached out to me, like, come sleep on my couch, and, like, we'll figure this out. So I go sleep on my cousin's couch for 2 weeks, and I shadow him at work, and he literally will still say to this day that when I came over for that first time, after I was in that parking lot for 3 days, he said that I looked like a drugged out zombie, and that I, like, didn't look alive. And I'm like, well, yeah, I was very, very traumatized and not okay. But I'm so thankful for him that he let me stay on his couch because I really, really needed some stability in my life, and I would shadow him every day. He had 3 different jobs, so we stay very busy. And then after those 2 weeks, I moved in with my other cousin, and I was there for like 8 months. That ended really badly. And I've talked a little bit about all that before. But anyways, yeah, that's the first part about how I became homeless, and then the rest I have another video about that I've talked the whole thing through if you want to watch that video, but that's like the first part of that. I don't know why I talked about that, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll just like to talk and I'll just like see where it goes. And that's where it went, and that's okay. But I love you guys so much. So much. And if you ever feel like someone is gaslighting you or being narcissistic to you, record them. And like not in like an illegal way. Well, I guess it is illegal, but okay, maybe don't do this. But here's what I did this one time, okay? When I was homeless and living in my car, I was still on dating apps. I matched with this guy named Charlie. You, Charlie. And there's a pattern here with all these stories. These are like stories of me with narcissists, with horrible people. And Charlie was cool. Charlie was a rich kid from Cameron Park. He was a deadhead. He was so handsome. So fine. So fine, you guys. Oh my god. Chef's kiss. Beautiful man. Absolutely just 6'4". Oh my god. Beautiful man. And I didn't want him to know I was living in my car. He ended up figuring out I was living in my car. It's you know, it's kind of hard to hide. It's pretty obvious. Anyways, we would hang out all the time. We'd smoke all the time. We hung out like 9 times together. I noticed that he would always like forget his wallet when we went to dinner, and I'd have to pay. So he ended up racking up a bill that he owed me when I'm homeless and living in my car. When I was living in my car, and he's a man, and he's rich. I know this man has rich parents because he lives in Cameron Park. And then on the weekends, he would like go to like Reno with like the rich girls he was friends with, and they'd all like get a hotel, ball out, be in suits, and he's having me pay for his meal. Oh my, and I'm home. No, and I just, oh my god, I can't believe that. It's so horrible. Anyways, and then he ended up, you know, owing me money, and then he asked me to roll him, and so I rolled those for him, and then I'm like, okay, you owe me like $90, like, pay up, Charlie, like, come on. And this man would lead me on. He was so good, so charming, so good at making me think that he like wanted to be with me. Bro did not want to be with me. Bro didn't even like me. Bro didn't even like me as a person, probably. Oh my god. Bro only cared about himself. I felt like this man was gaslighting me so hard. Okay, I was like, this man is gaslighting me. This, like, what do I do? Oh, what do I do when I think someone's gaslighting me? Oh, I'm gonna record your ass. I'm gonna voice memo that shit. And then I'm gonna listen back to it. And I'm gonna figure that out for myself. Because when you're in the moment and someone is gaslighting you, whether they're a narcissist or not, you're not gonna notice they're gaslighting you because you're in the moment. I mean, like, maybe you'll have signs and you'll have intuition and you'll be like, huh, that was a weird thing to say to me. But you're not really going to know because you're not stepping outside of the conversation and looking at it from a different perspective. So, I remember Charlie was sitting in my car, and I voice memoed. I just hit the voice memo on my iPad, and I, like, hit it, like, right next to the passenger seat. He got in my car, we got to talking, and I told him I was like, I think you're a narcissist. Like, I feel used by you. Like, honestly, like, all you do is make me feel used. It feels like you only hang out with me when you want a free meal, which is f***ing crazy because you come from a rich family, and oh my god, I'm living in my car. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And oh my god, I cannot. And then this man is just like talking out of it, gaslighting, being very smooth with his words, whatever. And at the end of it, I was like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. Just pay me back. And right then and there, he Apple paid me, right? But it never went through. Okay? And so he gets out of the car, he Apple pays me, he gets out of the car, and then immediately he like blocks me on everything, and the payment never went through. So he still owes me $90. You, Charlie. Y'all, when I listened to that voice memo back, I heard everything that I was not hearing in the moment. Oh my god. And I still have the voice memo. It's on my iPad, but my iPad is corrupted. Like the screen is broken, so I have a hard time getting into it and getting stuff off of it. One day I will, though, because I haven't listened to the voice memo in a long time because my iPad's been broken for like 2 years. But I listened to that voice memo back, and the gaslighting was as clear as day. So my advice, if you ever think someone's gaslighting you, record them. But legally don't take this as advice because I think it's illegal to record someone. I don't know. I really don't know. Those are some narcissistic little stories for ya for today. This was kind of a fiery video. I'm gonna record another video after this. I don't know which one I'm gonna post first, but yeah. I love you. Oh my god, I don't have Pablo. Guys, hold on. I need to go get Pablo. Wait here.